Hey everybody, welcome to September's sampler. So today we're going to do something different. We're going to use a product called Triangulations, and my lovely assistant will get a sample of it, but this is what it looks like when it's printed out. It's I printed out on paper piecing paper, and it has all these lines on it that can make perfect half square triangles, and the best way to show you how it works is to just do it. Okay, so what I do is I just take two pieces of fabric. They don't have to be cut exact at all. Put them right sides together. I forgot to get pins. Hold on. Let me get some pins. Pins. Thank you. All right, so I have some pins here. And so what I do is I pin the paper on top so I can see what's going on. So actually I've got to put two more pins in here. It's easier to show you. All right, so here is what it looks like pinned. And on the back side, I have two pieces of fabric, right sides together. They don't have to be exactly in the corners or anything. They just have to be bigger than the outline of the paper. So the fabric just needs to extend beyond the outline. That's it. Doesn't have to be a 1/4 inch, just has to extend beyond it. Okay, and if you look closely, I have some dotted lines and solid lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew with a 1.5 stitch length on the dotted line. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And make sure my stitch length is small, around 1.5. And I'm going to sew it. And I'm sewing exactly on the marked lines. So I'm just going around and around, following the lines. They have arrows on the lines if you want to follow the arrows, but it really doesn't matter if you follow the arrows or not. Just stay on the dotted line. I just have to move over a little bit to follow the other dotted line. You'll see when you look at it. Otherwise, I can just go in a big square. What's really nice about this is I don't have to measure. These are going to make 3-inch finished half square triangles, and I did not have to measure 3 7/8. I really like this product. It's been around a long time, and I don't know why more people don't use it, because to me it's the best thing. If you have to make especially a lot of half square triangles, and you can print out it's on a CD, which you can load onto your computer. What was I going to say about that? Oh, you can print out any size you want. So we're doing 3-inch finished, but you can do any size. Doesn't have to be. So I'm going to take out my pins, because that was just to hold it in place while I sewed on the lines. I don't know if you can see, but I sewed on all these dotted lines, and this is what it looks like from the back. And now I have solid lines. Solid lines go around the outside and kind of cross and like this, and I'm going to cut exactly on those marked solid lines. Okay, so let me do that. Just cutting on the lines. No measuring, just cutting. So if you get this program and you don't have a CD drive in your computer, what you can do is you can contact who it's from, and they will give you a download. And for me, you know, I bought the program several years ago, but I have it loaded on my computer, so I don't have to find a CD drive every time I want to use it. It's just in my files. Okay, so I just did the outside of it. This is what it looks like if I just trim the outside. So now I'm going to go down the middle. Okay. Whoops. I'm going to go this way. Okay, again, this is called triangulations. I love it. Really, really like it. So again, I'm just cutting right on those marked lines. Okay, and now there are diagonal lines I'm gonna trim on. Okay, and if you look at it, there's even a little line right here, and that cuts off those little corner bits. So I'm gonna cut that off. Set that aside. And you could always use scissors. If you're not comfortable using a rotary cutter, just use scissors. So again, I'm going to cut on that diagonal line. I just do all these. And now I'm just going to cut off those little triangle bits in the corners. Okay, so the benefits of triangulations: you don't have to cut accurately. I should say you don't have to measure accurately when you're cutting out your pieces, like your half square triangles. And the program has every size, up to like 7.5 or something, 7.25. Okay, so this is what I have. I have a piece of paper on top of my half square triangles. So I'm just going to fold back the paper and tear it off. And I did change my stitch length to around 1.5, so it would be a smaller stitch length, and what that does is it helps me, it helps perforate the paper so the paper comes off easier. Okay, so you're gonna have to watch me take off the paper. But easy, easy, easy. And you could, if you have a lot of these to do, you can just sit in front of the TV and just tear these off, because you don't have to think about it. Get these mixed up. And then once I get the paper all torn off, then I'm going to press it, and I'm going to press it towards the darker fabric. Two more. so these are all my half square triangles. I'm gonna press. Turn some of that steam down. So I'm going to end up with 8 perfect half square triangles without measuring. So here's my half square triangle, one of many. It's already trimmed in the corners, so it's already good to go. All right, so I'm going to set those aside, and now I'm going to work on the center of the block. So what I did was, let's see, I had a way I wanted to do this. All right, so I'm going to take this little square and I'm going to mark a diagonal line on the back side. Okay, here's my diagonal line, and I am going to put it in the corner like this. I'm going to match up the corners, have it all lined up, and I'm going to sew right on that marked line, right on it. Press it. And then I'm going to press it towards the corner. So this is what it looks like. First I had sewn it in the corner, fold it over, press it, and now I'm going to trim what's left behind it to about 1/4 inch. And if you want to measure, you can. I'm just going to trim that at 1/4 inch. Okay. So I think I have everything. Now we're ready to put, I'm going to put the block up on the board. Start with this. Trim these away. Forgot to do that. And so I used the little bug fabric, and you can have them all going in the same direction. You can have them going in other directions. It's really up to you what you want to do with your bugs. Okay. I have the bugs. If you want to substitute a different fabric, of course, you can always do that. Okay, so there's the block, and now I'm just going to sew it together. Get back to a 1/4 inch stitch width. Alright, so I'm just sewing these. I'm going to press it a little bit later. Okay, so now I'm going to take the next piece and sew it on. Piece. Seeing it come together. So I just have the last one. the end of what we're doing. Okay, so you've noticed I haven't pressed anything. And what I'm going to do is press the rows in different directions. So this is my top row, and I'm going to press it all going this way. So I'm going to go all in one direction. Okay, so this row is all going this way, so the next row is going to go the opposite direction. Because I want to match up those seams. Okay, that's ironed this way, so the next row is going to go this way. Last row is going to go that way. Because I'm doing it in rows, it makes it kind of easy to do it this way. Since I'm sewing in rows. Okay, so I'm going to sew these two rows together, and I'm going to match the seams here. Pin that. Okay, so I have the rows pinned where the seams meet. Go ahead and do these two. So again, I'm just pinning where the seams meet. So I can just go ahead and sew, press the middle rows, the rows I've already sewn. Just gonna do that. And it really doesn't matter which way you go. Now I'm just gonna sew these seams. Again, pin them. Okay, so let me press it, and we're all done. So again, the product I used today is called Triangulations. It's a really good product, and if you want to see how it works, or if you want to see it at the store, you can always see it at the store. But it's included in your kit. The piece of paper you need for it is included in your kit, and that's the bond. Thanks.